Welcome back to Regular Guys Outdoors, Turkey Trippin 2024 and Missouri. It is our last morning for Turkey Trippin 2024. It's a sad day that has now come upon us. We are going to hunt that bird we were on yesterday morning. I came out here last night, already covered in bugs. Came out here last night. I came out to the spot where I was messing with that bird this morning, see if I could hear him go up to roost, and he just gobbled. He's on that hill right in that same area. He loves that hill. It's supposed to be raining in the morning, or there's a decent chance of it raining in the morning. I think if I come up on the ridge top, come across, get down there a little ways, and then come in the woods slightly in the dark, wait for light, he might just pitch within range. So clearly that's his little comfort zone. Saw some of his tracks in the mud. I think it's his. They seem too big to be a hen, but maybe too small to be a big old bird. The idea is we're going to go in the dark. It's pretty early. We're going to go in the dark, try to get above him on this hill, because it sounded like he was roosted kind of low, and the hill's not that big. So theoretically, he pitches off the hill, or pitches off the tree into the hillside, puts him in range below me. It's a done deal this morning. Theoretically, it could happen. Realistically, we'll see. But I'm also thinking that if this hunt goes south on this bird, then if that other bird's across the creek going at it, then we're going to run back to the car, loop around, and make a serious play on that guy early. But right now, boy, something got in my eyes. I got junk in my eyes all of a sudden. I sure would love to spend this last morning sitting with a bird on the ground. That would do me a solid. But last day of the season, sad day. I can't mourn the loss quite yet, because we got a good lead for this morning. So we're going to get ourselves pulled together, spray down with bug spray really good, because apparently they're out real good today. It was supposed to rain last night. It did not. It's supposed to be raining, potentially raining right now. It is not, which right now is fine. I wish it would have rained overnight and softened things up. It's going to be a little crunchy, so I don't know how that's going to play with me trying to get in close to this guy. Hopefully just being early like this is the key. So we'll see you later. I don't know what I'm going to get for footage. If all of a sudden he just gobbles and he's right there and I can't move, I don't know what I'm going to get. But anywho, hopefully he gobbles. We got cameras rolling. He pitches under me. Boom. We're done. We shall see. See ya at daylight, I reckon. I am stupid close to him. see him. He's close. Real close.
And right about here, the batteries ran out on my Talkie Talk camera that I keep on my chest. And then eventually my head cam dies and I'm down to just the gun cam. He's getting ready to pitch, so we're going to slow it down so you can see him. And then he lands in a bowl and I can't see him. Without really moving much, I'm lifting up so I can try to see over the lip, and then I spot him.
folks, that was beyond epic. That was beyond epic. I am wrecked. My freaking GoPros are dead. Gun cam is still on. I saw this one die. I saw that one die. I figured the other one was dead as well. I was only hoping that it was still on because I turned it on a little bit later than this one. But yeah, of course they're dead. They've been running over an hour. My legs are so jacked up from sitting there. My bad. I'm down to my phone here. Let me turn this gun cam off, folks. I wish you could have seen that. When he came off the limb, I thought he's gonna be right here, and he's just below me. I couldn't see him for a number of seconds. It felt like a minute. It was probably 20 seconds. And then I saw his white head start bobbing up because I was thinking, should I try to get up on my knees and shoot down in there? I was like, that might be obvious, but oh my goodness. Oh, my legs are so messed up from sitting there. I couldn't move. I mean, I was sitting there, couldn't move for over an hour. Probably hour and 10, hour and 15 minutes. He was so close. He was in that tree right there. Oh my goodness. This is where his comfort zone was yesterday. This is where he was gobbling his head off and wouldn't come to me. Because I was 100 yards this way. I've got my track on Onyx. My hands are just freaking wrecked. What nerves and adrenaline got going, the freaking sitting there, having them in one spot has got him going. But he was, my track, I got a big ball over here from where I was sitting, just about 100 yards. So I said, man, if I can get, based on where I heard him last night, I said, he's in that spot again. If I can come in over his top and come down and be 100 to 150 yards from where I was sitting yesterday, he should come down in range. And he was roosted in range. Holy crap, he was roosted in range. Let's take a look at this bad boy. Let's flip it. Oh my goodness gracious. We have us a lovely bird. And he was screaming this morning, all morning. Oh, that's a nice heavy bird. Nice heavy bird. Oh yeah, I knew it was gonna be a good one. I knew it was gonna be one of them good ones. Holy smokes. Look at that. Wow. That's a double. Oh boy. Look at that. Right there. We got the one, and we've got the two. Look at that. I don't think there's anything else up in there. We got us a double-bearded Missouri, beautiful long beard, last morning of the season. Oh my goodness. Wow. Wow. Man, I wish my other cameras didn't fail. God. It was just too long. It took too long. I didn't know when he was going to come down. I could tell at the end he was about to come down because he was like leaning over and his tail would come up, not in a strut motion, but more in a balancing motion as he's working on figuring out where he's going to land at. And that hen was only right here. She was closer than he was. Somehow I got in here clean this morning. that close. He was about 50 from me this morning. He was in shotgun range or just on the outside of it this morning, 50-ish. This is where he was yesterday. This was where he liked to be. Look at that guy. Look at the double beard on this joker, huh? Sorry, we're down to just a little cell phone here. This is where I set up this morning. I was gonna sit here, but then I realized I've got just too much junk here to set up on. And then I started to be able to see this. I would have had to make all kind of noise to do that. And I looked over here and it's pretty clear. I had to move that little chunk of wood and that rock. And then basically all I did was just sit down. So that joker, from where my butt was in a tree that is the tree he was in is 43 yards away. 43 yards. That's getting in tight on accident. Did not mean to get that tight, but the side of this hill isn't also that big. So I thought he was maybe a little further down and we'd be more at like eye level, but he was above me this morning, even though I'm on top. As you can see, I'm on top, but he was above me. And when he pitched into a little freaking bowl over there. Ain't that something? There's a little, it's like it starts to curl right here and then it drops down and flattens out again. There's a little, actually more like a little bench right there. So he landed on the little bench just below me and I was like, oh gosh. I thought he was gonna land and be visible when he hit the ground, but he was coming uphill. I saw the little head and he kept coming. I realized he has no idea I'm here. Awesome, awesome. This is exactly how I drew it up last night. Come in above him, slip in quietly, sit down. He's gobbling below me. He pitches off into gun range. I get him. What I did not anticipate was sitting down with him already in gun range and having me locked up here. I was sitting here basically like this and I couldn't do anything because he's 43 yards right there. Sometimes this leg would start going, I mean, it was moving like this. It would just start bouncing. And I try to tense my leg up to keep it from bouncing, but then tensing it because it'd been tense so long, it would just shake it wouldn't stop. It'd start bouncing. So then I'd try to relax it and then I couldn't let it just go because I would get it out and it would start bouncing out. Oh man, I was locked up for over an hour. At one point, I could see my finger had turned purple from sitting under the forearm of the gun. It had turned purple and it was about numb, so I had to pull my hand down, get it out from under the gun so I could get the feeling back in my hand. This hand was going numb, so I couldn't do much about that. I just had to kind of let that go. It wasn't as bad as this one. This one turned purple. My finger turned purple. But man, what a way to end a turkey season. That has got to be the best hunt I've ever had. I've never slipped in that tight to a bird in the morning. I mean, I don't know what else would top this. That was amazing, absolutely amazing. And I'm sorry all my cameras died, but you turn a GoPro on for an hour and 15 minutes, chances are the battery's either going to die or it's going to overheat and turn off. I was hoping that was the case with this one. I didn't know what this one was doing, but when he flew down and I couldn't see him, I clicked this one to see if maybe it had just overheated and it turned off for a while and was cool enough to turn on, but it didn't turn on. So it was battery dead. Man, what a freaking bird we have this morning. He is a dandy. I knew he would be a good bird, seeing as how finicky he was yesterday. Just like that bird in Kentucky though, his downfall was having that safe place and having somebody after him more than one day at a time. I was after him yesterday morning. I came in to get ears on him last night, and he gobbled twice for me. I don't know how many times he gobbled before that, because I had just walked down. I didn't come up from up high, I came in from the bottom. And he gobbled. I was like, man, he is right where he was yesterday morning when I was messing with him for 2 hours. I was like, that is his spot. It's a pretty spot, I'll tell you that. But he had a hen with him, and that hen was closer than he was. I heard her at first, and then after a while I could see her flitter, turn on the limb, move around a little bit. She was still on the limb when I shot him, and she didn't fly until I got up to go down there. Man, what a freaking bird. What a hunt. What a turkey hunt. That is about everything you dream for in a turkey hunt. You went out the night before, you built history with them the day before, you found them that last night, try to get as good a mark on them as you could, and then come in the dark, come in and sit down. Like it's heavy overcast today. I don't know what time it is. Oh, it was 6:47, probably 10-15 minutes ago. So it's 7 o'clock now, and this is as light as it's getting. We're daggone probably 45 minutes or so after sunrise, and an hour and 15 minutes after legal time. So when he started gobbling, it was pretty dark, and it took another probably 10 or 15 minutes of him gobbling before I thought I saw him, and then another 5 or 10 minutes before I definitely can see him. And man, he was close. This is a fine bird any day of the week, but he's extra fine right now as the last bird of the season on my last day. Man, God, I can't believe it. I cannot believe how this morning went down. Oh, it's been a hell of a season. It's always a hell of a season. But man, I've had some cold spells where I've just got nothing going on. I've made some terrible mistakes. I guess I made one terrible mistake, and the rest of them were just dumb mistakes that are just on me that don't really affect nothing. I don't want to dwell on the terrible mistake I made, but I did realize that the sights were off on that gun. I know I had fallen somewhere, and I just don't remember where. Tested that gun at Phil's, and it was off to the right considerably. So what a beautiful, beautiful morning. Actually, weather-wise, it's not that beautiful, but it is a beautiful occasion this morning, I'll tell you that. Thought it was going to rain last night. It clearly did not. The leaves are mostly dry. They're not completely crunchy. They've got a little dampness to them. I knew I couldn't just come in and get where I wanted to, and when I came in the woods here, I couldn't see any big trees. I was seeing these jokers, and I'm like, oh man, I don't have a big one to get on. There's a big one down there, which would have been 15 yards from them. That obviously wouldn't have worked, and I knew I couldn't go down the hill. It's not that big, it's not that long, so I knew he's on this joker somewhere. So I just got as far as I could. I wanted to try to be able to see down this lip, but man, I know I'm rambling at this point, but we are just gonna sit here and enjoy this moment. Tired. Hell of a season. Reckon we ought to sign us off here. I know this isn't gonna get posted probably until March 2025. But damn, what a way to end the season here on May 1st. That's how tired I am. May 1st. Wow. Well, we might as well wrap up Turkey Trippin 2024 here. I am looking forward to getting home. I'll get home tomorrow. I'm gonna leave later today. I'll get home tomorrow, see the wife, see my little Mr. Man. So hope you like this video. Hope you like these series of videos. I enjoy being out here turkey hunting. So give us that thumbs up, hit that subscribe button down there, and as always, thanks for watching.